Hello, my lovely YouTube friends. It's Tuesday and wanted to bring you a process video and just showing you some of the products I'm using there, like the new sheet tags that I got, which I'm super excited about using. And that Fifth and Frolic paper, I thought I was going to use the side with the tickets because it talks about driving, but I flipped it over and liked that side better. So this is an old picture. It is one that I've always intended on scrapping, but just never did, and I kind of found it lost in a stash, and so I'm gonna scrap it. It is a picture of my very first brand new off the showroom floor car, and I was super excited to get it, and that was back in 2008, so you can kind of see the weight difference there and the journey I've been through on that. And probably about a size 10, maybe, yeah, probably a size 10 in that picture. And and now I wear 4s or 6s, it depends. Anyway, the watercolor tag there is color wash, and I'm just kind of painting it to match the colors on the picture and the paper, and I do like to be able to do that, so I thought that was super cool and fun, and I go ahead and add some watercolor to the paper as well, and it didn't buckle too bad, but I just wanted it to be kind of soft and colorful, and I've been playing with my paints. I did get some Peerless watercolors, and so I'm looking forward to playing with those. And I don't know, I've just been kind of doing more simple layouts lately, just kind of soft and easy, and here I'm just layering up some of the color, just bring out some intensity and make it look a little more messy, I guess. And that is just a scrap of that old 6x6. I don't even have the cover to it anymore. I couldn't even tell you. I'm trying to figure out which paper looks best underneath to help the best day stand out. And I go with that cardstock that I used for the backing. That cardstock came in my Scraptastic kit from July. And so I'll be gluing that down and punching a hole, and then you'll see me later. I'll use my trusty Secura pen and go around the inside of the word best day. And so this was a pretty proud moment for me. Just a little background. I grew up in the country. I think I've mentioned that before, but we just had very little money. My mother worked a lot. She was a registered nurse and also a hairstylist or a beautician, I guess. So she did various things. She would get burned out on nursing because she was always working 2 or 3 jobs, and then she would cut hair for a while. I can hope she was a better hairdresser than nurse than she was a hairdresser. I don't really know. When you're a kid, you don't know, and my mother and I were not what I would call close, so she was either always working or getting married, it seemed. My mother's been married 8 times, so she is a little different, and I don't have a relationship with her anymore, and I haven't for years, but that's a whole different story. And the great thing about it is I'm very independent, and I've always been able to take care of myself, and I think a lot of that is because I kind of raised myself. So I do have an older brother, and he is 4 years older, but he and her are very similar people, and so we, I mean, I get along with my brother and I love him, but he just has a very, very different lifestyle and way of living, and pretty much unless he's, needing something from me, we don't really contact each other. But so there you can see I'm just showing you up close the Sakura pen that I outlined everything with. And that's my Jelly Roller Sakura that I love, 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 love. It adds that little glittery sparkle. And anyway, so I came from very, very humble beginnings. I mean, we lived in the country. It's not the country anymore, but, my house usually was kind of quiet. I didn't have any structured activities, so to speak. I would ride friends' horses or neighbors' horses, or hang out at the lake, or, school was a big deal to me. I wanted to be the top of my class. It just was my own personal competitive, gotta be the best sort of neurotic OCD tendencies that I have. So anyway, I spent time with the dogs, and I would go pick berries at the farm down the street. And there was a dairy down the street, and my mom wouldn't necessarily buy milk because of the prices. But the dairy farmer down the street would let me milk his cows, and that way I could get fresh milk. And I know you're probably going to be like, ooh, but I actually preferred goat's milk growing up. That was much better than the powdered milk that my mother would buy us. So she was a big fan of powdered milk. I don't really know why. I guess because it was so darn cheap. And so anyway, I did come from very humble beginnings, and I've worked very hard to have nice things and do good things with my life, and make something of myself. And so my first brand new car, which is silly in hindsight, because why would you spend brand new retail? The minute you drive it off the lot, it depreciates, right? But this was a dream I had had. I really like cars and vehicles, and so this was the first brand new car I ever bought, and I was 40 years old, and so it didn't come quickly in life, and I just was super proud. So they took a picture with me in front of my car, and so I love it, and I'm going to drive it until the wheels fall off, and I take very good care of it, and it's just a beautiful car. It's black on black, and it's touring edition, so it's got all the bells and whistles. So I went big, and I was making good money, so it was time to do that. I had saved up a lot, and anyway, I just was very proud, very, very proud. And so I know that doesn't seem like a big deal to some people, but it was kind of monumental for me, and so I wanted to make sure that made it into my scrapbook, even though it's from 2008. It was like my birthday present to myself in November of 2008, and it's a 2009 edition, and it has been through the ringer. It has been stolen out of my driveway. It has been rear-ended 3 times by people without insurance. Thanks for that. And it's still just as quiet as a mouse, and it's been on a high-speed chase with the police and ran into a fence, and it's been through some things, and honestly, it is in almost mint condition. So I have babied that car. There's no eating in it or anything like that. So it is a gorgeous, very nice car. It's treated me well, so I have treated it well. And I do like to take care of my things. I'm kind of OCD and retentive about making sure everything is clean and tidy and organized in my world, because I get overwhelmed if it's not. So Here I'm just testing what pen would look best, and I end up going with a Sharpie. And I kept this entire layout very monochromatic. I know a lot of people have been doing rainbows and bright colors and that sort of thing, and I do love, love, love them, but I don't know, I've kind of been in a monochromatic mood, so maybe just a little pop of color here and there, but not even on this one. This one's just kind of soft and mellow. So, not loaded up with embellies like my typical, but you know, I had fun with it, and I hope you did too. And here I'm just showing you the close-ups, and I'll add pictures at the end. If you have any questions about product, just let me know, and I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.